it's a
who's
fight.
getting knocked out. I know who's getting knocked out.
Who's getting knocked out?
Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Mosley takes it all the way. Bryant for the win.
Welcome everyone to Shirts vs. Skins, your favorite sports podcast on the 1-year anniversary from our very first episode when it dropped July 7th. It was a big year. We'll get more into it at the end. Let's just head straight into the Euros, though. We got Shalberto behind Tiku right there. Shalberto,
Oh, yeah.
the best left back in the world right now. But before we get into England, let's talk about the semifinal on the Mediterranean side of things. We had Spain versus Italy. It was, I don't know where your predictions were at. But I was hoping Italy would go through. I thought Italy would go through. I don't think Spain really should have gotten this far. They got decent drawings, especially Switzerland. They got lucky with that because France would have smoked them. But in general, Italy versus Spain, you guys have any thoughts on that game?
Good for you.
It kind of played out how I thought it would. I had Italy winning. I think Italy were decent in that game. I think it's difficult to completely dominate a Spanish side that holds possession most of the time. And I think Spain did well. It sucks for this Spanish team. I feel like the story throughout the whole Euros for this team is just they didn't have that clinical finisher to be there when the chances are created and to score them. Morata throughout the whole tournament was missing a lot of chances. He did score big goals. He did score in that game itself. But as we know later on, he misses the penalty. But, when you look at the Spanish side, they have that one striker from like a Fernando Torres or a David Villa. But they just missed that. Gerard Moreno was somebody that I touted to have a big tournament. He had an absolutely incredible club season for Villarreal, topped it off with winning Europa against United and scored in that game as well. But he's somebody that didn't play that well. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because they played him on the wing a lot of times. So you're wasting a player like that. But I forgot what game was it. Who did they play before they played Italy? Switzerland, I think. Switzerland,
yeah.
And he had a lot of chances that game. He missed that. So, yeah, that's definitely something that Spain would lack in that clinical finish. If they had it, they'd probably go to the final, if we're going to be honest. But, yeah, I think even though Spain was dominating possession throughout this whole tournament, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. They held it.
It was empty
possession for nothing, and it reminded me like when Van Gaal was at United. Like we held possession, but we did nothing. We barely scored goals, and
Like
they
Pepe
got
Barnes.
past it. Yeah, Pepe Barnes. So, credit to the Italian team. Chiesa, what a brilliant player. Showed his quality at Juve this year. Probably one besides Ronaldo, the only player that deserves credit for that at Juventus this year. He did what he did. I think the game kind of went away from Italy when they subbed out Verratti. Then Morata came in. Then Morata scored, and that changed. Then it looked like Spain were going for the win and stuff. So they held on. Good for Chiellini, Bonucci. That defense did what they had to do. Went to penalties, and an Italian side, this new generation of the Italian players, they're not bottlers like the old Italian guys. So credit to them. They're my favorite to win it at this point. Obviously, it's the final. But so we'll see.
Good for them. Some pretty heavy words considering you're going to be in their territory come Sunday to watch the finals. So.
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
make sure they don't watch this podcast beforehand. They're going to talk about how Del Piero was world class on his heyday. But Ahmed, let's hear your thoughts on it.
I will say this: the Spanish team did, like a valiant effort. In many eyes, probably deserved to win the game. But for me, I feel like the right team won. And I know they didn't play their best Italy, but I think Italy is more deserved to be in the final than Spain. And obviously they are. Getting to the game, I mean, bro, you guys pretty much said it. Spain just holds the ball. I mean, just to have the ball. I think like defensively, they're pretty weak at the back. That's why they want to keep the ball so much. And it didn't work out in the end. A lot of chances. The kid from Sociedad, his name is like a mission trying to pronounce it. So say it again.
Oyarzabal or someone else?
No, him, yeah.
Him.
Oh,
Oyarzabal. He had a huge chance with the header.
A lot of chances.
A lot. I know, but that one was I think that was Koke to set it up on a plate.
Yeah.
You just gotta touch barely touch and it's going in. For Morata, I mean, he did score that big goal. Obviously missed a penalty, but I mean, for him, I don't really want to, say too much. He's already getting a lot of hate and like nonsense shit to his family and shit. So whatever. I mean, I think for me, the main story is Luis Enrique. I don't know if this is true. I might have just, seen it somewhere, but he didn't even know who was going to take the penalties. They don't.
Yeah, he went around with the chalkboard.
But also against the Swiss.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Also against the Swiss. And then he also did some. He took less players to just not have any Real Madrid players on the squad.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I think Luis, he is a phenomenal manager. You saw what he did in 2015 with Barcelona. That was one of the best teams of the whole decade. He is a great coach, but that was not a good look for him. And I think Italy, they are definitely, don't have the most talent, but they are the best team, like quote unquote. They are all together, all of them, from the best player to I mean, I don't even know who the worst player on the team is. But they're all in this together, and I mean, obviously now in the final, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as a collective, I definitely agree with you. But it's funny. As much as we say Spain plays like possession just to hold it, England has the least goals per, I think, 90 passes or some shit. They said it in today's game. So, I mean, that's pretty shocking. And we'll get into England. I mean, we could get into England right now.
I think England and Spain, I mean, just thank the Lord that we don't have that as the final, because that would have been absolutely disgusting to watch. I mean, both Spain and England, I know they went pretty far, and obviously England, has a chance to win it all, but they do not play attractive football at all. I mean, there were times I'm watching them. I mean, I think who's the left back? Shaw passes back to Stones, back. Like, what am I watching? With Spain too, it's the same thing. It's too slow. I mean, there's a chance every 45 minutes. I think for England, against Scotland in Wembley, they had zero goals. Like fucking, I don't know what it is, but no, like they were expected
goals.
Yeah, exactly. They were zero against Scotland at home in a Euro tournament.
Yeah, that's kind of.
You're expected for 0 goals. I mean, bro,
all you got to do is take one shot on target for it to go to 0.01.
They are in the final though, so I mean,
but
can't really.
Here's the thing on England. Let's talk about the match first, and then we could discuss England. England versus Denmark. Hey, I got it right with Denmark, huh? I mean, I got Italy right too, but look at me with Denmark. Look at me with Denmark.
Yeah, you and like every other person who had Denmark as a dark horse.
Where was your Denmark? Nah, you know what the thing is though? I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of stupid to call Denmark a dark horse, because if you look at the grand scheme of things, first of all, Denmark is 10th in FIFA rankings. They have a good squad. They've been playing good. And then they get in a group where if they get second place, these dudes were almost guaranteed to go to the semis with the route.
What was the ranking? What was the ranking?
10th in FIFA rankings. Dude, and when the odds came out,
it's pretty high.
When the odds came out, they were like 4th or 5th in rankings, or 6th maybe, but no less than top 8. So
Italy were considered as a dark horse coming into this tournament, right?
That's embarrassing.
I get that.
Odds-wise, they were not, though. Odds-wise, they were not. Like,
that's
the
what
bookers. Las Vegas knows their shit because they need to. But, yeah. England versus Denmark. Let's talk about Raheem Sterling diving. Or was it a penalty? What do you guys think? Because, personally, I don't know. I feel like we have to see a different angle to see if it's a pen.
It's not a pen, man. Plain and simple. If you want to nitpick it and you want to be as thorough as it is a pen. But when you look at it in the semifinals that late in the game in extra time, to give that a pen, that's not right. That's not right. And you have VAR in place. Funny enough, in England, we had our arguments, our discussions about VAR in England, and to have that there, I think that it's weird with VAR because obviously when you have that, you have to find a clear and obvious error.
That's a stupid rule. I hate that.
You're right. Exactly.
Why do you need a clear and obvious error? It either
so the ref doesn't look like a moron.
Fuck the ref, man.
So that's the thing I was gonna get to. It's an ego thing for refs to say, damn, should we override it, and to see that you were wrong, and it goes down to the ego of the ref. And also you got to look at the context and the situation in which you give that penalty or foul and stuff. And in that situation, like I said, in a big game in the Euros and semifinals, that late in the game to give that, it's not. They shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. It's football. You could say England were the better team throughout that match, but you never know. Denmark 1-1. Denmark gets something, knits a shithousery goal. You never know. But in my opinion, definitely
they go to penalties. They go to penalties and Schmeichel does another save.
No, it wasn't a dominate. But if you had to pick who was a better team, it was England.
Yeah. Okay.
So
it's a valid point.
I don't know your guys' thoughts about the penalty. So
I mean, I'm not even gonna say what I really want to say, but that's not a penalty. It's a dive. Listen, I mean, bro, I had Arian Robin on my team. Like, I know what a dive is. Trust me. Like, it's a dive, bro. And Sterling should be ashamed. That whole team should be ashamed, bro. Come on, bro. Like, in a semifinal, and bro, just if you're gonna win fair and square. But whatever, it is what it is. And it's. I mean, it would have just been like poetic justice if Schmeichel stops that penalty, and then stops the second save. I mean,
man.
bro, you understand?
How unlucky. That's so annoying, man.
And I'm an England fan, man. I want England to win the whole thing. Not with Southgate, but
it's just
man.
Tough.
Everybody's rooting for Denmark, man. How can you not root for Denmark when you look at the Eriksen situation? Everybody in the world, in the footballing world, backs you guys to losing the first game. There was talks about them not even making it out of the group to make it to the semifinals, to get that deep, to go that deep against a very good England side. It sucks for it to end like this, but it is what it is. This game is a very cruel sport. Stuff like this happens, but they have a good young team. It's not like you won't hear about Denmark anymore. They probably have another chance, but it sucks. It definitely sucks if you're a Danish fan right now.
We have the World Cup. People got to remember the World Cup's in a year.
Next year. Yeah.
All these teams are gonna have,
which is crazy.
Minus let's say Chiellini, bro, because he's 55 years old or whatever.
And then you have the Copa America next month.
Next month. It depends. If Argentina win, we won't see it for another 25 years. But
100%.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, talking about VAR though, man, I don't understand that clear and obvious error shit.
So why is it there though? Why is it there?
VAR should be there.
No.
Get calls.
Why did the ref not even go back and try to see it?
Look at it.
Well, he has a person in the VAR room.
Bro,
I know, but
go
back,
which is also a ref.
He made the call.
I get that.
Bro, what is the worst thing that can possibly happen if you go back and watch it?
Why don't they have a tablet? Like we
Dude,
literally have
so-
iPhones in our pockets. They can't get an iPhone
bro,
SE or
just
some shit.
a freaking hologram, bro. Just pop it out right there and see it. Like, come on, bro, do something. They got that stupid ass car coming in the freaking games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Insigne's
Volkswagen.
Uber, bro. But like, yo, I think, and the worst call was fucking the Switzerland card. That was
Oh
just
my
sheer
God, that
stupidity.
Oh,
ruined
the
the
red
game.
card, bro.
And
what
that
are you
was sheer
doing?
stupidity.
yet again, it seems like it's an ongoing story. It was an English ref, so
Oh, they should be
it
banned
just
from
goes.
every single competition for the rest of their
I feel
lives.
like they
There was
need to
another
add
incident.
something like a
Minus Anthony
penalty
Taylor.
system, like a penalty system for when refs get a decision wrong, like a big decision, like
Yeah.
suspend them or don't play them or don't give them like a refereeing a big game. Like they should add that to like
Especially
man,
with
they can't keep
VAR.
getting away
Back
with
then,
And
listen, back then I would have disagreed with you because it's like in the moment you never know. You know,
Human
sometimes you can
error,
get it wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
But with VAR, it's very simple.
Come on,
Give a yellow,
man.
give a yellow, go to the screen. If it's a red, give a red. Not give a red and then don't
Simple.
reverse your decision.
how about
And that
yeah.
dude for the rest of his life.
how about when Harry Kane goes down in the box, and the ref calls it the other way? Great call, but you have to give Harry Kane a yellow for diving. That's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
trying to cheat. He's
Yeah.
trying to cheat the game. I was
I
going
agree.
nuts. I'm like, bro, what are you
Yeah.
like? Okay, you made the right
Yeah,
call. We
those
gotta
English
give him a
players are
yellow to
going
warn
down.
him. It's just,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just like being
Where are the
being
cards
there.
for diving?
Yeah,
I feel
mean,
like
come
they
on.
only
I don't know,
deployed
what's the
card for.
point?
They only did that when Neymar was the hot topic. When Neymar was the one diving, they gave out yellows in the. I believe it was in the 2014 World Cup.
I think
2014.
Mo Salah too. I mean,
They started
he
giving out
was-
yellows and yellows and yellows for every dive because Neymar was diving, and then it just stopped. Like,
Yeah, it's like I don't get it, man. There's a lot of like stuff that goes on, especially with the refereeing, VAR, that just doesn't make sense. Really doesn't.
while we're on the topic of refereeing, before we get into our finals preview, let me ask you a question. What are you guys' thoughts on the double yellow card in a tournament style, like the accumulation of yellow cards in tournament style play? How Jaka got banned, for example.
Yeah.
I despise it.
I mean, I can see it both ways. It sucks. It sucks. I get it. Like, man, just like not playing in the game because obviously you talked about the Xhaka situation. Xhaka plays. That's a huge loss, man. But also you need to understand. You have to be aware that you're on this yellow card accumulation, and I'm pretty sure that next round that they went into it, like the yellow cards go away and they like
reset
take
it,
it away
yeah.
and then they reset it. So you got to be more mindful, especially Xhaka, captain. This guy, this is what the team looks at you to like keep them focused. You should know better. But yeah, it sucks. I can see it from a fan. Like, man, Xhaka plays. That's huge. Or a big player, Conte, or somebody like Casemiro and stuff like that. But like I said before, you got to be aware. You got to be aware. So I don't think it's a big deal, but I can see where it is to some people.
it's definitely annoying, but I mean, like, you can't, be fouling everybody every single game and
Yeah.
and being
No
that
penalty.
aggressive. But sometimes, like, I forget who the player was, but it was maybe like 2 rounds ago, and the commentator said, I mean, just a silly boy. It was like the last 2, like
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
2
He
minutes,
kicked
3
the ball
minutes.
away.
remember that.
He kicked the
Kick
ball
He
away.
kicked the ball away. That's
Yeah.
just. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, bro? So it's definitely annoying because it's like a yellow card, and now and especially if it's a guy like Xhaka or something, like a big piece to a team, it's annoying. But I mean, goes both ways.
So let's get into the final. The English versus the Italians. Pasta versus beans or whatever the British eat. Fucking, I don't know. Yo, okay, so I'll start off as an English fan. I will say this English team is only as good as where their talent can take them. Southgate is not
Absolutely.
a manager for nothing. This English team, I expect them. You guys saw, bro, last year in January, I said England is winning 2020. And honestly, if I had never seen Southgate coach a single game in this tournament, I would have stuck to that opinion. But he plays regressive football, boring football, unentertaining football. And I expected teams like a Germany or something to be led by a good manager to break that apart. They didn't. And England got far. But England got far, make no mistake about it, because of their talent. Not because
I don't
of
want
no
to cut you
stupid
off.
Southgate tactics. Go ahead.
I don't
No,
want
no,
to
go
cut you
ahead.
off, but I feel like Southgate, and maybe you kind of give him like some credit for this, but he like he plans just for that one result. He goes game by game, and it's been working. Obviously, he's been very, very lucky, very lucky. Obviously, Ukraine in the quarterfinals, a Germany team, Thomas Muller missed
The
away.
group they're in.
Who
The
missed?
group they were, Thomas Muller missed. Yeah,
Thomas Muller.
yes, World Cup champion and Champions League winner Thomas Muller missed. Okay. But yeah, like he just like if he was gonna play a team maybe like Algeria, like he's gonna switch the entire team around. It's gonna be guys we never heard about. It's just for that one result, that one game, for those 90 minutes, he will put the players he believes. And it's don't even get me started on the type of like actual football they play. It's not football. It feels like they watch Spain and Germany of the old days and try to copy it. Like you don't know what you're doing. Stop it. It's disgusting to watch.
In the
But he is in
112th
the
minute,
final.
in the 112th minute, you have Kyle Walker on a breakaway. You have Sterling open in the box with no defender on him, and instead of crossing, he takes it to the corner flag.
Oh
That's not that's terrorism, bro. That's what do you
With 8
call it?
minutes left
Brexit football or some shit or
in
whatever
the
it
game.
is.
With 8 minutes left in
Horrible
the
to
game.
watch.
MAGA football.
MAGA football. Yeah, disgusting. Can't stand it. But
Um,
honestly,
yeah.
if their talent can take them, I'm gonna predict an England win. I'm an England fan. I hope it happens. It's all up to talent. Italy's the better side, and Italy might be that side that I was saying where they have the manager that can break down a team that just runs off of talent. So we'll see. But I got England winning it with a Marcus Rashford banger to fucking
Hopefully.
light up Wembley.
At this rate, he's probably not even going to play in the final because this guy Southgate's a weirdo. But going to your point about how Southgate, it reminds me a lot of the France team that Deschamps they went off of talent. Like Deschamps is there. Like if they were ever going to lose, it's because of Deschamps. But the talent that they have on their team, they're going to take it far, and it's going to take them deep. And obviously, France won the World Cup. We'll see about this England team, but the final itself, I have Italy winning. After the round of 16, when France got eliminated, I was like, I think it's going to be Italy and England. Obviously, now that we found out the game that happened today, it's going to be Italy and England. I think Italy is just a better team. I think their focus, their togetherness, the camaraderie between all the players, they play well. I hope people don't look at that performance against Spain and feel like, damn, this team might not be as good as it was, because I feel like in terms of matchups against Spain was like the toughest matchup for them. But you got to look at this team that has a great defense, has a great attacking side, has a great midfield when on at their best. I think that they will be able to go past that low block, that 8 in the back that Southgate likes to do. I think they're gonna take advantage of that double pivot of Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, because that's disgusting, and that's been like something that's been going on in this Euros. I feel like a lot of teams have been scared when you look at like France with Deschamps, how they play and the tactics they had. Portugal, Germany to a fault too, which to like you don't expect these teams to play. That's why there's been so many extra time games, so many games going to penalties. It's like it's weird. I don't understand why that's been happening, but I have Italy winning. I think they're gonna get it done. Good for Mancini and all those guys. Like I said before, this new generation of Italian talent, they're there. Like they want it. They want it. They don't care about the past. They want to make their own future. And this is a great team. Chiesa, Immobile has to start doing good. Insigne, what a great player. He's been super underrated for them. And Verratti, I feel like Verratti hasn't been getting a lot of credit, man. Every game that he's played in, he's been absolutely sensational. The last couple games, yeah. These are huge games, though, but obviously he wasn't playing because I think he was injured or something. But every game he's been, and I said before, when they took him out of that Spain game, they totally crumbled under the pressure in the midfield. They lost the midfield. He's a huge player, and like I said about the defense. The defense is great. Donnarumma has been playing really, really good for them. And I feel like they have everything to beat this English team. That's a very good team talent-wise. But I just don't feel like they faced a team like this. I think Germany was the toughest challenge. And, I want to give more respect to Denmark because I think they're a really, really good team themselves. But this Italian team from the start, from the opening game against Turkey, I think they got it.
I think like you kind of broke it down, like in terms of like tactics and stuff. But what I want to, say is like the mental side of this. I think for Italy, they were kind of rooting for England to win. And I know it's kind of crazy to say, but Denmark, first of all, are no joke. They just went,
Absolutely.
a very hard, like a hard fought game against England. And I think England is probably the better matchup for Italy. Let me explain. Well, first of all, 60,000 fans in Wembley for the first time England is going to play in the Euro final. The pressure is all on England here. It's all on those 3 lines. Is it coming home? We'll see, bro. Because you will never have a better chance than this year. Now, Italy, as the underdog, and what did I say about Italy? I love how they can just like change how they play. They can play on the counter. They can hold ball for, like Spain, but they adapt to every team. I think they're gonna make the like those English players very, very mad. They're gonna frustrate the shit out of them. They're gonna be aggressive with them.
Chiellini's gonna hug Harry Kane to death, man.
Both.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
That was
That was so funny, bro.
I was in shock. But I think, like how they can change, like how they play. That's gonna be the reason why I have the Italians.
Credit to Mancini.
Mancini, who's a phenomenal coach, and I think they're gonna just scrape away with this, shock the world, break hearts, and it's gonna be a great scene.
God. The scenes at Wembley if England lose. Oh my God, I feel bad. If that happens, I really do feel bad for the English fans that I really I wouldn't say dislike or hate them, but they're kind of annoying in terms of it's coming home.
You don't
blah,
like
blah, blah,
Adiola
this,
with the roll with the Giza.
Bro, what Luka Modric said about
not.
them. What Luka Modric said about those English fans is exactly how everybody outside the world, outside England, feels about them. Like they say they made this game or something. No, what has England?
They did.
What has England done in international football?
Football doesn't exist without football in this format. Doesn't exist without England. Football,
bro, the
NBA,
the NBA was created in what?
By a
Canada.
Canadian. By a Canadian, but it is the Americans who took it, made the leagues and all that stuff, fixed it up to make the NBA what it is today.
Okay, and the English made the game, as I put quotes around that. Spain, Italy, Germany took the game and showed the world how it's supposed to be played.
Spain, by the way,
won.
Spain.
Well, Spain recently. I mean,
Listen,
don't forget about
don't discredit England.
Yeah, bro,
influence in football.
You gotta go back.
Come
to
on,
George,
relax.
George
Recent
Best
history,
guys,
yes,
bro.
I get that. I get that, but relax.
Their first final in how many years?
And
George Best isn't English.
60.
I don't exactly. I don't even know who their player is back then.
Bobby Charlton, the greatest.
Bobby Moore.
Bobby Charlton.
Moore.
Sir Bobby
Be
Charlton.
nice, bro. Respect history,
Charlton.
man. You gotta respect history.
Manchester United fanboys, bro. Well, hold up. It's just the arrogance of these fans, bro.
Yeah,
like
that I agree with.
Disgusting, and that's why they deserve to lose, bro. But we'll see.
That's actually a fantastic point that you said about how I feel like this game, as much as it hurts to say if you're an English player, this is a game where finally that having Southgate as your manager is finally gonna show that he's gonna get absolute technically outclassed this final. Like I really do believe that. You have Italy, of course, having a extra day rest. He's gonna look at their game plan throughout the whole thing because, to be honest, I agree with you. Like, bro, they technically they haven't done anything different throughout this whole tournament. They played the exact same style besides having a different play. But maybe they played Foden here, Sancho here. Other than that,
Yeah.
but technically he's gonna look through. He's gonna pick out where they can attack him at. Which, to be fair, I'm gonna give credit to them. McGuire and Stones have been absolutely sensational defensively. You can't say anything about England. One goal conceded throughout the whole tournament. That was a free kick, which you can say maybe
No.
Pickford can do better. Obviously,
No, it
I'm just
wasn't a free
saying
kick. Oh, it was a free kick.
today.
Team score.
Oh, you're right.
Thumbs
You're
up.
right.
That's the only
I'm
game.
stupid.
That's the
For some
yeah.
reason, I thought
So-
England conceded the own goal. I don't know why.
no. Okay, wake up, bro, wake up.
Good morning. How's it going?
So, but yeah, this is the game that's gonna finally hurt having Southgate, Mancini. Credit to him going into the Euros, the winning streak, the South play
33
that they have.
games.
Just unbelievable stuff. I'm rooting for the Italian side. I really am.
Bro, like, listen, I was hoping Southgate would lose to Germany at first because I was like, I want him gone. I want him sacked. And then they said that he's going to get a contract extension even if he loses. Southgate's not going anywhere. So, unfortunately,
Okay.
I have to hop aboard this
He's a
train.
nice guy, bro.
And he's a nice guy. He's a puppet for the FA from what I'm hearing from multiple you guys said it, but I was in England.
Weren't you in England though?
I was in
Were you
England.
not-
So
Were you not?
This guy's
I was having
amount of
discussions
money.
with multiple people, building up our SVS abroad internationally. Gets
yeah.
bigger every day.
yeah.
But yeah, like, dude, he has been disastrous, man. Like, as a coach, I don't know how you don't see this. FA or
man
whoever's in
management,
charge.
Grealish. Man
Yo,
management,
that's
Grealish.
ridiculous.
What
How
is
do you
that?
sub him off?
What was that? How do you do that, bro? Don't get me
subbed
wrong.
him
Grealish
off, no?
wasn't.
He subbed him
Yeah,
off
subbed him
after
off.
subbing him
He
on.
brought him on and subbed him off.
Yes. Yes.
After, but it was after like they scored the second goal, I believe.
After they scored a goal, but
Yeah.
still, how? Why
Who do you
him
think
out
he
of
is,
all those
bro?
plays?
Yeah, you can't
That's
sub
what I'm
out. You
saying,
can't sub out
like-
fucking Raheem Sterling, bro. You can't sub out.
And out of
like-
all the players, Jack Grealish, the fans' favorite. Everybody loves him. Everyone thinks he deserves to play more. Obviously, this talks about all the rumors that he doesn't like Grealish on the team, him not playing him and stuff. And to sub him out of any player, bro,
Like hugging
this guy.
after every game.
That's
And-
fucking.
and
that's
let's be real,
unbelievable, but
England doesn't get here without Grealish at all. No chance.
no,
they don't at all.
It's
That's
just-
that's the second
man.
best player on this English team right now. Right now in form, he's still the second best because it's Shaw number one, him number two. Grealish
What about
You
Maguire?
is so.
You guys gotta like relax.
No, not
sometimes,
Maguire.
you know?
Sterling is number three.
Sterling's
Yo,
been-
Shaw is
Sterling's
world
been
class.
pretty good.
Wake up, people. Shaw is deadass. Has had
It took
in
him
my
like 7 years, by the way.
okay. It doesn't matter. It could
Oh,
take
he's been
him.
top for a while.
He has
Not
been
really. Now
England's
he's
best
just showing.
player. In my opinion, you take him out of this team, they don't do shit. He's
It's-
supporting
it's not-
Sterling. Sterling gets to do what he does because
That's
of Shaw.
That's true. That's true.
Grealish,
I do agree with that.
Grealish worked well because Shaw knows how to cooperate with him. Harry Kane gets fed because of Shaw. How many times this guy just gets the ball in the box out of nowhere unexpectedly? Shaw is
Overlaps.
no,
Shaw's been
bro.
great,
Yo,
man.
he takes the ball on the wing
Stop it.
and like literally pings it on the floor to someone at the top of the box.
And defensively, he's been absolutely sensational, especially today.
Tank as
People
well,
were talking
man.
about how he wasn't doing much. Clearly, people don't look at the defensive side of the game. That's what makes me talk when people talk about like Rice. Like Rice does nothing in the game.
No,
It's not
Declan
just
Rice
about
has
what
been
he does,
balling.
but he's been
Defensively.
good. Even though I think he's been balling on to a fault because him and Calvin Phillips, that does not work together. Because obviously you need someone next to him that's energetic, can bring the ball up and stuff. And Declan Rice
Jude
does all
Bellingham.
that dirty work. Yeah, Jude Bellingham. I don't understand how Jude Bellingham, the quality, the talent, of this kid, how he hasn't played or started or played more on this team is insane to me. But that's you can say that about a lot of players, especially someone like Jadon Sancho. But yeah, it's just this guy. You got to look at the defensive side of things. Like Shaw's been sensational. Kyle Walker had a good game today. I'm gonna give him credit for that. And obviously Maguire and Stones have been 1-2 best center backs in these whole Euros. But yeah, and Sterling's been great, man. Sterling's been great. Like you got to give credit. I think he had a pretty
has.
bad game today.
He was
Today
awful
it was
today.
pretty bad. He was awful today. Obviously, he got the penalty and stuff. People were going to gas him up. But overall, he's been great. Harry Kane. I thought Harry Kane had a good game today. I really do.
No, he did. He did.
He had a
In
good
the first
game.
half, he was horrible. First
Yeah,
half,
he was pretty bad. You can say that about a lot of plays. It wasn't, but second half he did good. Extra time, obviously, he had the penalty.
I think it was his best game so far.
Yeah, I do believe that. Outside of just like all the stat padding and stuff, I think he did well. He did well. He deserves his credit. But I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say player of the tournament is Harry Maguire. I'm sorry, I'll let it be known.
I can't agree with you there, bro. I can't agree with you.
Maguire has been absolutely, bro.
Bro, how do you give it to Maguire before Shaw?
Because I just did. I couldn't care. Bro, Shaw's been good. I hate that because listen, Shaw's been great. Maguire's been great. Manchester United fans were fucking eating good this tournament, but I gotta give him Maguire. Yo, he's just like, man. We were talking about this, bro. I remember like a couple weeks ago.
Look at him, man. Like, he's trying so hard.
Maguire is a top 3 center back in the world.
In England.
Absolutely right.
Oh,
absolutely.
He's been the best. No, world, Ahmed, globe, everywhere.
Mars.
You can't name me 2 better. No, you can't name me 2 better. So, all I'm gonna say right now.
10.
No, you can't.
Absolutely not.
Yo, hold up.
Even if that's true.
Back better wait.
These Euros.
Let's do math. He said top 3 in England, right? Van Dijk. If your Van Dijk's in your list of top 3 in the world, probably at number 1. Van Dijk's in England. So you're telling me Harry Maguire is top 3. Let's say he's 3rd. You're telling me there's 10 other players in other leagues outside of England better than Harry Maguire?
There's nobody better.
Who?
Besides,
I don't even watch French football.
Who are you gonna say? Ruben Diaz?
I'm not entertain this.
Because you can't. Because you know you're wrong. Just admit it. All the people that were hating on Maguire, admit it. You were wrong. Plain and simple. It's okay to admit you're wrong.
They can't, bro. They can't say it. The agenda on United players is ridiculous.
They couldn't wait. And I'm gonna be real with that. I was been Maguire. I've been with Maguire. Even when he was at his worst, I was there for Maguire. All I'm gonna say is my Manchester United players, man. I love them. Besides maybe,
but he's not player of the tournament though.
All I'm gonna say,
he's playing a tournament. I couldn't care less.
I'm gonna check in with you guys.
What?
I'm gonna check in with you guys. Right? It's July 7th, 2 months from now. I will check in with you guys, and I will ask you the same question, right?
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
when your season starts, you bomb, bro.
I'm just making sure.
When the season starts, I will ask you the same question, or I'll bring it up, and then you let me know. Okay?
Yeah. Guess what? By then, he'll be the best center back in the world.
Yeah, he'll be.
Let's see Van Dijk. Where's Van Dijk? Van Dijk. Bro,
like
Liverpool was fucking telling him to wake up. Liverpool was telling him to wake up 5 a.m. Go fucking jog. Let's post on fucking social media because he knows Maguire's coming. I'm gonna talk that shit. Guess what? Hey, we're lucky we're not talking about the Premier League. We'll keep that for later. So I just had to let that be known. Had to get that little rant out. Maguire's my dog, bro. I fucking love him, man.
Player of the tournament, though. I don't know.
It sucks. Listen, as a center back being played a tournament sucks, but man, fuck it.
We'll see if he makes our starting 11 when we do our Euro.
Stop it.
He definitely will. Come on, we got 2 votes for me and Tigu.
Stop it. Yeah, but, all I'm saying. Democracy.
Before we go to the NBA Finals, I never got my thoughts on the Sancho transfer, and you guys had a field day with that without me, right?
We talked a little bit about it. It wasn't.
Let me tell you something.
We kept it low key. Talk your shit.
If that is our only signing this summer, it is the biggest waste of money we've ever paid.
Ooh.
He should have been our 3rd signing this summer. Priority should have been a defensive mid, then maybe a center back, then Jadon Sancho. We have more depth on the right wing than fucking, I don't know, any team. Even though we suck at it, but we do have depth there.
What depth?
Play Diallo. Play Diallo. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Play Diallo.
Man,
that's all I'm saying.
Come on, relax.
But Jadon Sancho, attack is not our problem though. It never has been. It's the defensive to midfield transition.
The biggest thing about, you know what the biggest influence having a real right winger is really going to do for us? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is he's gonna be so much better now that there's a true right winger. And honestly, you could make the case that probably Sancho's probably better on the left, but he could play on the right. He's really going to right either way. I think United are going to do a lot of maybe play Rashford on the right, Sancho there, and they're going to mix it up. And Wan-Bissaka, you're going to see him get so much better, more space for him to work. Obviously, we know about his offensive restrictions,
capabilities.
Yeah. So, but he's going to be so much better because of that. So that's a very underrated point of looking at getting Sancho, because obviously Sancho is a fucking absolute sensational player.
You know what positive I get from that? Rashford can go have his surgery that he's needed for a year now. Rest without us being worried about Rashford coming back.
Listen,
if they don't let Rashford have surgery, which he says, oh, I don't know if I need surgery. You need surgery, bro. You've had the same injury 6 times on 3 parts of your body.
Yeah.
Sancho is going to give us that relief a little. But if Rashford doesn't have that surgery, Sancho's signing was useless. Unless we do sign a defensive mid.
Man.
We need a
obviously
defensive
we
mid.
had other priorities. Defensive mid, I understand that. I get that. That's huge because in terms of like
center back
as well.
You know what? Honestly, I feel like a lot of our defensive mishaps are because we didn't have a true DM. We've cost a lot of goals because of McTominay failing to track back.
It's the link up. It's the link up.
Yeah,
it's not essentially just that we have bad players there. It's that McTominay and Fred don't know how to link up with our defense like a true defensive mid will know how to.
You gotta have a box-to-box guy and a guy who can defend next to him.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to have.
Exactly.
They don't have that. And I've been trying to tell you guys that Fred is not that. But whatever.
Fred's good. He's a good quality rotational
he's
player.
a good bench. Exactly. He's a good bench player for 50 million pounds.
Well, listen, this is just, that's how the fucking transfer market is now. A lot of crazy transfers and money.
I don't know. We signed him from Shakhtar Donetsk. It's not like we signed him from Crystal Palace.
I get that, but that was also, bro, listen, that was a horrible summer. That was a summer when we signed fucking Lee Grant, the lot, and Fred. And who, Lee Grant?
Yeah.
Okay. He is a legend. Don't. He's a very underrated legend. The motherfucker was holding up the time board or the substitution numbers shit. That was a pretty funny thing. But yeah, absolutely. Manchester United. Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll see. We got to see about Sancho. Bro, you can't say it's a waste because you're getting an absolute sensational quality, world-class talent at 21 years old. He's there for the next 10 years, 8 years, however long he wants to stay at the club. And you're getting that. You do that. That's just outside. Of course, priority DM. I do agree with that. But the numbers that are being thrown around for DMs, like quality, good DMs, obviously you said someone like a Rice. You have guys like, I wish my dream would be, what's his name?
Ndidi.
He would be absolutely perfect. And if we're going to spend big money, I think we should spend on him.
Right, Ahmed? We're coming?
I wish we were linked to him. We were linked to him when Jose.
You're linked to me, bro. Like you're linked to every single person who's ever like played the game.
That's good.
What you can't play defensive mid, Ahmed?
I can play.
You can't fill in the role. All right, good.
I can put a ball.
Get the tracksuit ready. We're coming. I have a word in with Woodward.
But I would never.
I respect it. But these guys just talks about Goretzka. Obviously his contract situation is fine. It's pretty interesting.
Bro, like enough.
Kamavinga.
What the hell, bro? Like you guys really believe that?
I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I'm just saying there's talks.
No, Ahmed. See, this is why I think the Sancho signing is useless because I think we spent all our money on him and we're not signing anyone else. If I thought
if that's the case,
that's fine.
If that's the case, then oh my goodness. First of all,
that's what I'm saying.
You should have signed him 3 summers ago, right? Okay, yeah, now it's cheap, even though it's like 90 million pounds.
That was a bargain. That was a bargain.
How can you say it's a bargain? It's still 90 million.
Quality player.
90 million over 5 years. By the way,
it's like 80, bro.
There are 3 players.
Like
there are 3 players last season, not this season that we were in 2021, last season who hit 20 goals, 20 assists. Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, and Lionel Messi, and we're about to have all three after this summer.
Stop it. Who? All
What?
three? Stop
All
it.
three.
That needs to die. Your Messi to
Holy
United thing
shit.
needs to die, bro. Like
Barca with that Barca wage gap bullshit.
I get that.
We need
but
to
guess
get into
what?
it because we've been talking about it for the whole year.
No, I know. Listen, motherfuckers are starting to realize. We said it. People were saying, "No, it's not that bad." People started to realize how fucking bad it is.
It's been 1 year since our first episode, and I guarantee you that was in that episode.
That really was. How crazy, it's the full circle and stuff out.
1 year and it's
in a
still
year.
happening.
Yo, listen, it just goes to show that shirts at the end of the day, shirts versus skins are always right. We always win at the end.
Game,
but
on the money.
Back to Sancho, man, just a great player. I've always wanted him for a while. He's the perfect Manchester United player, English talent. He's home. We're ready. Let's hope we get more signings. Center back Varane, please. We need Varane. I swear, if we get Varane, the league's in the fucking Premier League's in trouble. And I'll keep it for a later episode. Talks about Kamavinga. I don't really buy it that much. I think it's a lot of agent talk, this, that.
Come on, Fabrizio said it, Ahmed. Fabrizio said it.
No.
Yeah.
First of all, let me finish, right? You creep. I won't try to give you all my information as a Bayern fan. The reason why we are on top. But all I'm going to say is I don't know how, he's not too old, Varane. He's probably in his prime age, like 27, 28. For me, I would rather sign Kamavinga, get that deal done, especially for 35 million, 40 million for a talent like him.
Yeah.
30 million for a talent like him. I know he didn't have the greatest year this year, but he's 17, 18 years old. Like his talent is ridiculous. Kamavinga, and I would sign Koundé. That's what I would do.
Koundé,
or the top
I get that.
Young center back. That's what I would do.
But there's not many like that. I think Koundé.
Well, you missed a chance on Upamecano, Conte. Is that how you say his name? The guy who went to Liverpool.
Konate. Who he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. That's.
I don't understand why you don't make that move.
But Konate has injury problems, and we're really not trying to do that, especially with a young player at this problem. We want someone that could come in and give us 100%. Varane is literally perfect in terms of styles. Koundé, people don't understand. Maguire's a very aggressive center back. He leaves a lot of gap between him. He goes up, he attacks players. Koundé does the exact same thing. He's a very aggressive center back. It doesn't really match. Koundé is quick and he's bad in the air.
I can't possibly imagine Maguire and Varane as a combination, bro. How do they even communicate with each other?
Bro, I don't know, but they got to figure it out.
That's so weird. That's so strange.
You're going to have Pogba being a translator on the pitch or something.
Oh, man.
But
that's going to be weird.
Hopefully,
we'll
see. But Varane, like I said about Varane, dog, he's somebody that as a center back one, as the number one guy, he's not there. He's not made for it. He's had Ramos throughout the thing, but when you have someone like Maguire who's has shown his quality, going to be great. Varane's a very quick center back. Overall, just solid, man. And he's perfect for us. Hopefully, we get that done. Any other transfers, we'll see. But Sancho, Varane, Ed Woodward masterclass. There, I say it.
Take us into the NBA Finals.
Ooh.
What are 2 months we're having here, June and July? We're getting spoiled, man. We're getting spoiled.
Yeah, we have this, especially after last year, 2020. Sports were gone. Everything was looking like shit. This sports years that happened, absolutely sensational, especially these tournament, Euros, finals, playoffs, everything, NFL. Great stuff. Obviously, we'll talk about the NBA Finals. Game 1 happened. The Suns were victorious in a pretty good win, man. They looked absolutely just the Suns team that we've seen throughout the whole playoffs. Man, CP3, listen, CP3 is one of the biggest front runners in the NBA. I swear to God.
Thank you.
He is. But who gives a fuck? Yeah. I don't give a shit. Who cares?
It's okay.
At the end of the day, so many players are front runners, and they get there. Dude, why the fuck ain't
But
CP3?
nobody like Chris Paul though. It's a different level, bro.
Listen, but you know why people
he's the
felt bad
greatest
for him?
player of all time if he has a 15-point lead going to the fourth quarter. He's the greatest player I've ever seen.
I get it, but listen, fuck it. Who cares? I'm telling you
Oh
right
yeah,
now,
but
who
I'm
gives
so
a
happy
shit?
for him. Bro. He's a stud.
I
Bro.
feel like I'm happy for him. I loved it. I've been on this Suns teams. Obviously, I had the Nets being in the finals situation like this, but Suns, I think we talked about it, Ahmed. Everything is there. Fucking red carpets out. CP3, win a championship. It's there. You have the team. You have the players. You have the overall everything to win. He's done his job for game one. We have a lot of basketball still to be played, but Booker's a beast. Ayton. Oh my God. This kid, we've said it throughout the whole playoffs. This kid is an X factor for this team. If he plays well, they win. Plain and simple. Chris Paul is probably the best thing that happened to his career. This guy's going to get paid now. This guy's getting.
And he's probably the best thing that happened to Chris Paul.
Huh? I mean, you can make the
so
case
far,
for that.
Yeah. Can't say
so far, I mean, you can't because this guy, when he has a bad game, they lose. That's you see it throughout the score lines, the box scores, and games that they play. But I feel like people don't. Understand it. There's a difference between best player on a team and most valuable. The best player on this team is Devin Booker. Let's not get it twisted. The most valuable player is Chris Paul. This team doesn't make it to the finals without Chris Paul. Plain and simple. And I love this team. I have them winning this. I have them winning the finals. So we'll see. I think this series can go to 7. It going to home games. Home games are going to be huge. Giannis looked pretty solid. Chris Middleton. I think the biggest thing you could take out of this game, Chris Middleton having a great game, and they still lose in convincing fashion.
That's bad.
I know.
It is bad. But we'll see. I have Suns winning this finals. That's my prediction. Chris Paul wins finals MVP. Maybe in 7, maybe in 6, around that area. I don't think they get him out quick. That's going to be kind of fucking anticlimactic for this Bucks team that went to a tough series with the Hawks, beat the Nets. Would suck for Giannis and Cole, but the Suns team, they're out for it. They're out for blood. They want that chip.
It's hard to picture now, but I have Suns in 4, 5, 6. Like either it's going to be a sweep, 5 games or 6 games. It won't go 7, and the Suns will win. That's my opinion. I think the coaching mismatch, Monty Williams versus Mike Budenholzer, is the number one thing that I see from this finals. Like that was the first thing that I thought about. And like this is kind of off topic, but like a dark horse for finals MVP, Mikal Bridges. I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
Defensively, he's the real deal. He can guard Chris Middleton, guard Drew Holiday, guard anybody. And then he makes because obviously, you have Devin Booker and Chris Paul on the court together. Like the eyes of the whole defense is going to be on them. So it's going to leave guys like Jay Crowder, obviously Mikal Bridges, and Mikal Bridges is automatic. Like he if he gets hot, he'll score 20 points. So that was kind of like a dark horse shout. Obviously, if Chris Paul keeps doing what he's doing, it's his fucking finals MVP. Sorry. Yeah, I think the key for the Bucks, obviously, we talked about the key for the Suns, is that big boy DeAndre Ayton. Every time he has a great game, they always look very good. I think the key for the Bucks is Drew Holiday. I think offensively, he's better than this, bro. Like he's missing shots that like Drew Holiday. Come on, bro. Drew Holiday is a bowler now, and he's just offensively he's not been that great, and he's got to give you 15 to 20 points a night, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and obviously he's got to try to stop Devin Booker and Chris Paul. I mean, bro, they have good defenders. Pat Connaughton is he's a solid defender. So they have the ingredients and the keys to win this. But I think the Suns, bro, and Monty Williams will find a way. And I think, bro, Suns in 4, 5, or 6, but they will win the first NBA championship.
I think you're 100% right. When it comes to the series, on the Bucks side of things, it's 100% on players like Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. 100%.
Yeah.
Giannis, there or not, obviously there is better, but Giannis could come and show up and drop 40. It does not matter if Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday don't show up as well. And I said this, I think the Suns will win in 6 if those two don't show up. Yeah, it's looking like 5 now because
yeah,
I mean,
it's
Middleton didn't have a
we'll see.
horrible game. Giannis seemed to be kind of getting back into the role of things. But Drew Holiday, like you said. So, I mean, I'll stick to my prediction. Suns in 6 if those two don't show up. If they do, I'll say Bucks in 7. And I think Giannis is going to have a field day when he wins that trophy, if he wins that trophy.
Big if. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with you guys. I think the thing about this Suns team, more so than every other team that they face in the playoffs, they have those defensive guys. Like, this is such a great defensive team. From what Med said, Mikal Bridges, you have Cam Johnson, you have Jay Crowder. Those guys are there to make it tough for you guys. For these other guys like Chris Middleton, Andrew Holiday. Chris Middleton, it's been throughout the whole playoffs. He's one of the most important players on that team. We know Giannis is going to get his. He always does. In crunch time situations, in big time shots, he gets the ball. That's why
I think he's the Batman.
Yeah,
on that team.
Bro, at points, he is.
No, because he's the one that has to close. And this is way off topic, and I shouldn't even bring it up, but it's that classic, Kobe versus Shaq thing. Yeah, Shaq was like the most dominant player maybe ever, and he put up ridiculous stats in the finals. But when they, kept fouling him, in the last 2 minutes, it's Kobe that's closing, and Kobe's all, and he's also giving you 30 points and all. Like, he's also doing his thing. Yeah. But whatever, it is what it is.
That's actually a great comparison. I don't even think, obviously not in terms of level wise, but that's so situational wise. Yeah, you're spot on.
So yeah, Chris Middleton, like I said, had a great game. Everyone else got to show up. Giannis looked good physically, but he didn't have a great overall game. And I've always said it. The Bucks and Giannis especially never face someone that has a perimeter influence and a presence like DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre is a great defense player. He's there. You can say Capella, but Capella's not Ayton. The thing about Ayton that hurts team is that he puts pressure on you on the offensive end and the defensive end. So it's demoralizing. It takes away your energy. It makes it tough. Every bucket, every basket you try and get, Ayton makes it tough for you. And that's why I've said it. He's the X factor. He's such a great player. Mikal Bridges, like you said about Finals MVP. I mean, I doubt they give it to him. Someone like him, influence-wise, he's a very influential player. I was a big fan of him coming out of college.
Philadelphia 76ers, where you at?
That's another just a fucking embarrassing move from the Sixers. Rest in piss. I remember saying he should have been a New York Knick at that time. There was talks about Trae Young, Michael Porter Jr. for the Knicks. I was like,
Kevin Knox.
He took Kevin Knox, who, to be fair, at the time I thought I was a solid draft pick.
No, I watched him at Kentucky. I don't know how he scored 15 points a game. I just don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, Bridges should have been the pick for the Knicks, and he's showing his class. I think last season he's such a I had him on my fantasy team. This guy's such an overall great player. He does everything on the thing. That's a player that you have to win games, to win championships. And the Suns, it looks like the Suns have a lot of those players on that team.
They said that the Giannis went down though. Again.
Honestly, I didn't
because I was watching Copa America in the end. It was a blowout. I didn't see what happened. But
I don't know. I mean,
that's
Giannis,
obviously a huge
I feel like
key.
Yeah, that's definitely something. I don't really remember it. Because obviously the game was pretty done in like the third and fourth quarter, like a little bit in the fourth, so I stopped watching. So I don't know when he went down. That's not. I don't know.
Yep. Anything else to say, Yoni? You've been pretty quiet about this Suns versus Bucks.
Nah, man. I think like I said, it's.
Who do you have coming out? of the West and the
Of
East.
the West, I had Clippers. East, Bucks. I think.
The Bucks.
I
Bro,
don't
bro,
have.
you said it. I'm trying to give you,
Did I?
your
That's the
shine.
thing. No. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I said it. I just don't know if we have it like with evidence, on tape. But at the end of the day, though, does it matter? Like, I want to see them win. I don't really care that they made it to these finals because, if they have a chance to win it, it's now. This is probably Giannis's last chance to win it.
Both teams.
Suns as well, for sure. But
yeah.
when it comes to Giannis, like you got to cement your legacy now, or like just grab the bag and that's it.
I mean, listen, bro. Look
mean-
what they gave up for Drew Holiday. They gave up 3 first-rounders, and him to be playing like. Listen, he had a great Game 7 against the Nets. That was huge for them. He showed up in instances against the Hawks, but overall, his play is not worthy of 3 first-rounders. I've said it. It makes sense to keep Giannis. You
That's
give up
actually a
3
good question,
first-rounders.
That's a good question. Who has the most pressure? Because I think from the Sun side, they're a very young, exciting
Easily
team.
the Suns, man.
I know, but
It's
Chris
Suns.
Paul is on that team. 16 years in, this is it is probably his last
That's
chance
the only reason.
at the finals. And
I think the
Steph
Suns
Curry and
have more
Klay
pressure.
Thompson are going to be healthy next year. LeBron, AD probably healthy next year. Kawhi going to be
Clippers.
healthy. The Jazz could
Nets.
get better. The Brooklyn Nets, if they don't crumble,
Hold up, but
it's over. So we'll see.
Brooklyn Nets aside,
Nah, I agree.
everyone else you just mentioned just dictates that the Suns probably have zero chance of coming back to this.
Oh
point.
yeah,
They don't.
So
They don't.
but yeah,
I think they have
are
more
a
pressure
young
because the
team.
Bucks are still
the-
going to be in this
it's the Suns.
conversation next year. The
They
Bucks
will.
are still going to be in the conversation of, hey, can they make it out to the finals? Probably not, but they could still be in the conversation. Giannis in the back of his mind is probably like, hey, I'll get another year at this. But Chris Paul, that's it.
It's
That's
definitely
it,
the
buddy.
Suns,
Win it now.
without a doubt.
Win it now or you got no chance.
And especially the talks about how, there's talks about Chris Paul's probably not even going to resign for the Nets. I mean, the Suns next year. There's talks
Yeah.
about him going to New York, and this is
Lakers,
it.
maybe?
This is it for the Suns. And, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what this basketball free agency and
Things can
everything, so-
change quickly. The Suns weren't even in the playoffs last
Absolutely.
year. Now look at them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kind of unlucky, though. They did go 8-0 in
Definitely
the
Suns.
bubble.
It's definitely the Suns have more pressure.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna change gears here into my world. I'm pretty, as you can tell, very excited about this Saturday.
Oh.
All of us are, to be
Conor
honest.
McGregor, Dustin Poirier, the trilogy is live this Saturday.
Gotta love it.
Let me say it again though. Sold out Las Vegas. And Dana White is saying.
The crowd. the
Dana White is saying
fans.
he's never seen celebrities. He's never seen like pre-buys. Like this is on the verge of becoming a top 3 fight in UFC history. So it's going to be a special night. What do you guys want to start with? The main event?
Well, let me
Oh,
ask you this, Ahmed, before we get into the main event. Am I the only one who thinks that their promotion of this hasn't been as good as they've been in
They don't
previous
need
years?
to promote it.
Yeah, well,
They don't need to promote it. It's
don't
Conor
ask, bro.
McGregor.
Mm.
Plain and simple.
But are they at
There's
that
no such
point
thing as
yet?
promotion with that.
Like
Yes.
we know about it, but do they?
Plus,
No,
bro,
yes.
I'm telling you right now,
Stop
and it's definitely gonna happen for me. When I see these boys like staring at each other at the fucking press conference, at the weigh-in, especially that ceremonial fucking weigh-in, when it's the last time they see each other, bro, I'm gonna be going crazy, bro. So like,
Yeah, I
like,
can't wait until
I-
they do a weigh-in in Madison Square
I
Garden
think
again.
Bro.
I think the press conference is tomorrow, so we'll see.
Just go and look at the embedded vlogs and the views they got. The first one was 2 days ago. They have 1.5 million views. The second one was yesterday, 1.1. 9 hours ago for the third one, 700K.
That was
This
more
is
than-
huge.
wow.
This is Conor McGregor, bro. Trust me. They don't
Yeah.
need no promotion for Conor
Hey,
McGregor.
No,
this
bro,
could this
Great
could
fight
be
too. Great night.
this could be Dana White's way of testing, like where he can keep his money at promotion wise. Like it could be
Yeah.
just a test by the UFC just to see how things go.
I mean, bro, it
strictly.
is everywhere. Like it's on ESPN, it's on BT Sport. Like
I
everybody
haven't
knows
seen it
that
as
this
much
fight
as
is
you
this
Everyone
Saturday.
knows.
Personally,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Maybe it's just me.
It's not Khabib versus Conor. That like it's
Oh,
Conor
they
versus
even have
Dustin.
a press conference.
It's not a dolly getting thrown at a bus in
Yeah.
Atlantic every 5 seconds on your screen. Just
Do you guys want to start with the main event?
You see the occasional Conor McGregor trolling of Dustin Poirier, like that voice note. That shit was pretty like. Yeah, listen, when I look at that, I just like, man, it's not the same. Conor with this like fucking tough guy act or whatever he does, it's really not the same anymore. Is it just me?
We'll get to it. But first,
okay, let's get it.
Let's get to the main. Okay, you know what? We'll start off with the main event. Oh, okay.
Talk to us, Ahmed.
Conor McGregor. I believe, I don't know what year it was, possibly 2015, right? His first real test is against Dustin Poirier at 145. Mm-hmm. Conor McGregor takes care of him under 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it was. Under like it was less than that. It was like a minute and like 20 seconds. Takes care of Dustin Poirier. Dustin's last fight at 145. He retires Dustin from 145. And he obviously goes on to do insane things, crazy things. 6 months ago, for the second fight, Conor McGregor gets knocked out by Dustin Poirier. I'll repeat that. Conor McGregor got knocked the hell out. Like, if there was no ref, and this is all I was saying after he got knocked out. If there was no ref, Dustin could kill him. Like, that's what a knockout means, bro.
Bad.
Like, crazy scenes, bro. And now 6 months later, July, we get to see for the third time, the last time, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Where do we start? I'll start off with this. I believe that Dustin Poirier should definitely be the fucking betting favorite. Should,
absolutely,
without a doubt. And I like my mixed martial arts mind is telling me Dustin Poirier can do whatever he wants to do to Conor McGregor. He can beat him up for 5 rounds, or he can knock him out in the second round. Because he's been more active, way more active. It's not even like close. And like just going back to watch the fights and what we know from Conor McGregor. I mean, Conor McGregor in that first round, he is as dangerous as any fighter who's ever lived. But there's so many ways you can take away a fighter's power. What Dustin did last fight was a calf kicks. Conor McGregor had, his leg was finished at the end of the first round. He had no more power, no power in his shots. Exactly. And I think this time, instead of the calf kicks, it's going to be the wrestling. It's going to be the hanging on Conor McGregor. That's what I believe is going to happen. Now, let's not get crazy here. This is 1-on-1 trilogy. It's kind of stupid to say, oh, there's no chance Conor McGregor wins. It's literally 1-1, you stupid morons, bro. So anything can happen here. Anything. That's why it's like.
Can I just say,
it's crazy, man. It's why we love the sport, man.
When Ahmed talks UFC, man, you just have to tune in. This guy's breakdown of everything is just world-class reporting. Ariel Helwani had to run away from ESPN because he knew the competition was coming.
This is what I'm talking about.
You know Ahmed was coming, bro. You know he was right behind in the shadow.
Of course, do you see the fucking saw some shit with Ryan Clark? He don't even know who Ryan Clark is.
Ryan Clark.
All due respect to Ryan Clark.
MMA though.
I forgot what I was at though.
Conor McGregor.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1. And I think if Conor wins, it's gonna be a knockout in devastating fashion. Obviously, you know, bro, I think fucking Tigo said it. He was piecing him up in that second fight. He was touching him up, but Dustin ate them. That's the part people just tend to forget. He was eating his best shots in the first round. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be a fantastic fight. So many things could happen. I believe someone will get knocked out, and I'm gonna make a little bet here. The bald guy will get knocked out.
The bald guy will get knocked out.
Because bro,
following trends.
Telling you, first fight.
Second
P-head
fight,
goes
bald
down.
guy. Yep.
Second fight, Conor McGregor's classic look from the Cage
Listen,
Warriors goes down, and now this one.
let me
Bro, I hope
me
Conor
say-
don't shave his head.
let me say something.
Hopefully not.
Tiku, I'm gonna steal your line here, but I think all three of us, maybe Ahmed too. Heart says Connor, mine says Dustin. That's just the way this fight is. Heart says
my heart
Connor,
don't
mine
say-
says Dustin. I know, that's why I said maybe Ahmed no. But fucking hell, dude. This is a bout and a half. Like you said, it's the trilogy.
It's the
This
biggest
is-
card of the year by far.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah, go ahead, you can talk.
It's massive, and it's must-tune entertainment simply because of Connor. But you got more cards down the line that we're gonna get into. I say this every time Connor fights, and I get proven wrong every single time. The old Connor is gonna be back, edging
hope.
towards GOAT Connor is gonna be back. He trained
Oh
this
my
time.
God.
He trained. He's
Oh,
ready.
that's-
The cardio's
that's-
there. But I'm wrong
Ooh.
because there's no chance, man. I'm sorry. Hopefully this is a jinx. Conor McGregor is done, bro. That dude is not gonna be in UFC title fights ever again.
This is the point
Ever
I was gonna bring up. This fight is obviously big for many reasons, but once you really start to look at it, this is the last. I mean, obviously, bro, Conor McGregor, if he still loses, he can still fight Nate Diaz, and he's still gonna get 2 million bucks.
Baddest motherfucker belt, maybe, probably.
He's still gonna sell out arenas. This is Conor McGregor we're talking about. But I think if he loses, his days as being a top contender are over. And I believe, I could be wrong, but it might be the same thing here for Dustin, because what we're seeing for Dustin, and in the last couple of years, and I'm not saying he's wrong, he's obviously going for the big money fights, and I think if he loses to Conor McGregor, he's gonna do his best to get a Nate Diaz fight, and he's gonna focus on getting paid as he should. When he sees a young guy walk in the gym and he says, "I'm gonna be the greatest of all time," no, like your chances of that are slim to none. You're here to get paid. You're here to fight another man for it's prize fighting. That's why when people say, "Oh, I'm here to be the GOAT," bro. You're here to provide money and food for your family. That's why when Dustin Poirier, what he's doing right now, nobody should have a problem with it, and nobody does, because he's a smart man. And that's why I believe if he loses this fight, yeah, he can try to grind. He can fight, like a fucking Beneil Dariush and someone else and get back to the title. But he's been through so much that if he loses this fight,
age as well.
he's and he's got a bad hip.
And everything.
He's got a bad hip, and he's gonna be looking for those big money fights, as you should, as a smart man should.
Listen, I get classified as a Conor hater. I've said for years, I'm like, Conor's done he's done at the championship level. I've said it so many times, but it's just getting to the point where maybe this is when it's like solidified. And I just think about Conor's run, like when he was at the peak and stuff, and it gets, I don't know, I feel like a little bit of like emotional in terms of that, like, damn, like this is probably like the end of that era.
Oh,
and
don't say that.
And that's a huge era that's propelled that UFC to be one of the biggest global fighting organizations in the world. And that's why I said to you guys so many times that my heart is saying Conor, because I just don't want it to end as like maybe in like a nostalgic factor and plays into it. But man, you hate to say it, but I think it's done. It's over, man. Conor McGregor, I think Dustin wins. I think he just, like you said, he has so many ways to beat him. You've seen in the second fight, and I feel like the coaching, there's levels between that coaching staff that's with Porier and that's with Conor. I think they're gonna poke holes into his game. I feel like Conor's is probably they're gonna look at the calf kicks and they're gonna try and neutralize that. But guess what? That coaching staff that's with Poirier is going to find out something different and different things to try and take you down. He's smart. This guy does Poirier. When you see his interviews, you see him when he's talking about fighting. He's very intelligent. His fighting IQ is absolutely insane. I remember him talking about when he lost to Khabib and what he got wrong. and what he did right after the fight. And I feel like Dustin's at that point in his career that mentally he's unfazable. You can't destroy him. You can't do anything. You get into him. He knows what he wants. He wants to be a champion. He wants to make money on it. And that's why I love Dustin Poirier. He's such a great fighter, great person, great ambassador to the sport. As a fighter, sensational. I think he wins this fight. I think Conor just, obviously, when you talk about Conor McGregor, if he gets the knockout, which can happen, he's one of the best strikers in the UFC still, without a doubt. Seen in the second fight, he's piecing him up. He's beating him. He actually dazed Dustin too. But Dustin, it's a bigger weight. Conor doesn't have that same end it like he had when he was in the featherweight, when he fought Dustin at the same time. Dustin's good. He could take a punch. But that still doesn't rule out him getting knocked out because Conor, you can't. He's just sensational when he gets those combos going. But yeah, I think he just can beat him in too many areas. I think he's going to be coached. He's going to be prepared for anything Conor's going to throw at him. Have Dustin winning. And it's sad. Like I said before, the end of the Conor McGregor era happens this Saturday. But yeah.
And just to close it out, you know, it's not like a prediction or anything, but when I watch Conor McGregor fight, that right hook is always open for Dustin. And my last thing, the only thing worse than being flatlined and knocked out is being dominated for 5 rounds and you could do absolutely nothing about it. And I think that's what Dustin wants to do, is planning to do. So we'll see. But obviously, massive fight. We're all pumped. We'll see what happens. This Saturday, sold out, Las Vegas. Here we go. Come on now.
You think? Actually, go ahead. Go to the next fight.
And I just want to thank Dana White for actually putting on a great card. Obviously, every time Conor fight, you know, like we're all gonna watch it. But that January card, with him and Cowboy, even with him and Dustin, unless I'm forgetting someone, like not a great card. Not a great card. Like Macy Barber was a co-main event or something like that. Like, come on, let's relax now. This is a Conor McGregor card. So obviously this card is way more stacked, and let's get to it. Co-main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 4th ranked welterweight on the planet, taking on a guy just coming off his first title shot, Gilbert Durinho Burns, 2nd ranked welterweight on the planet. This is a styles matchup for the ages. Brazilian BJJ versus karate striking. I mean, this is classic mixed martial arts, and anything can happen here. I think people are sleeping on Wonderboy way too much. I get that, you know, Gilbert Burns has been on a great streak, even knocked down the champ, but I think Wonderboy is getting slept on way too much. I mean, I just
know what he said?
What did he say?
He said he's happy that he's finally fighting a fighter ranked higher than him, like recently.
Yeah, like he's and then also that goes to the point of Gilbert. Thank you, Gilbert, for taking this fight. He didn't have to take this fight. Thank you, Gilbert. He's like, this is a real fighter. So I mean, where do you even start here? I think Wonderboy can win this fight, and I think 3 rounds probably favors Gilbert a little more because of the power, but I think that on points he could just do enough. That jab can hurt. Obviously, you know, we thought that jab destroyed Gilbert in his last fight against Usman. The jab, the kicks, the everything, and then his takedown defense, fucking Wonderboy it's pretty underrated. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know, he could go down, but every fight starts on the feet. Wonderboy is, I've always said, top 2, top 3 strikers, maybe ever, but definitely right now.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
If Wonderboy wins this, and let's say he wins 1 or 2 more fights, do you think the UFC puts him in a title fight?
If he knocks out Gilbert, he should fight for the belt after Leon Edwards or whatever happens.
You think so?
Bro, he just beat Luque. He just beat Luque, who's one of the hottest fighters in the whole division. Nobody wants to fight Luque. Just pieced up Jeff Neal. And I know Jeff Neal had some like heart problem or something like that, like some crazy shit. But he pieced him up for 5 rounds, destroyed Jeff Neal. And I've been so high on Jeff Neal, and I still am, because, you know, Like he's still, you know, good, solid, fucking fighter. But Wonder Boy, bro, this is like people are still sleeping on him.
Sleeping on him, man.
Why?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know either.
But I think I'm gonna go here with a little bold prediction. I think Wonder Boy gets the job done and he wins.
Steven Thompson, Wonder Boy, nicest guy in the UFC.
Wonder Boy.
Like you said, sleeping on him. I don't understand it. I feel like people think that he's not ever gonna be in that championship caliber fight ever again after losing to Woodley.
You think so?
I don't know why.
Yoni?
I think
That's the thing. It's hard to see it happening.
I
feel like the UFC
doesn't.
I feel like the UFC
Man.
doesn't want to book it. I feel like Dana White does not want to book it. I don't know why. It's just a feeling that I get. I agree that he should be there. Like, I think the reason he didn't get there quicker is because he had those fights with Woodley.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I get that. I mean, you can look at his track record since losing to Woodley. Bro, that fight against Darren Till, in my opinion, at Liverpool, Wonder Boy won that fight. The only reason why Till got that is because it was in Liverpool. It was close. It
was a close fight.
It was close. I'm not saying it was a complete robbery, but Wonder Boy won that fight. Then he fought Vicente Luque, completely demolished him. That fight against Anthony Pettis is what definitely attacked him. That's what that knockout, that him getting knocked out. I think that's took his stock down a lot. That's what people think, like, man, this guy's done. This guy think. I get it, man. He's only 38 years old. He's pretty old in terms of that, but he keeps himself in good shape. He's on a great run. Jeff Neal destroyed him. It was absolute beating. Stylistically in this fight, I don't think Gilbert Burns have fought someone like Stephen Wonderboy. He's gonna give him problems. When you look at Gilbert Burns, who he's fought Damian Maia, Woodley, man. I get that. Every fight is difficult, but on the striking, where Gilbert Burns does a lot of his damage now, we get it. He's a great BJJ guy, and like you said, you can't take down Wonderboy. Well, you can take him down, but he's an underrated, very good takedown defense, and Gilbert Burns hasn't done that in however long. This fight's gonna be on the feet. They're gonna throw hands, in any fight that they've been, Wonderboy's gonna be the guy. He's gonna have the advantage on the feet, and I think Wonderboy wins. And I think if he does beat Gilbert Burns, who I said right after Kamaru Usman lost, this guy's gonna be right back. He's gonna be a future champion in the division. Mm-hmm. It sucks. That's why I respect him for taking this fight. He really didn't need to take this fight. It's a tough stylistic fight for him. If he wins, respect, hands up.
Big things
God
coming.
bless you.
And
I think Wonderboy wins.
The last time Gilbert fought a long, like, lanky striker, he got knocked out. That's by Dan Hooker. Left hook or right hook, whatever it was. It was a hook. Slept him.
Yeah.
At featherweight. No.
Early.
At lightweight. We'll see. Great fight, though. Great co-main event.
Yeah, that's a massive fight, man.
Let me get my card out. Fuck. You guys have the card in front of you?
Yeah, you got.
Who's the next one? Oh, okay. Bam Bam, Tai Tuivasa. Get him a shoe somewhere.
My God, man.
Get him a shoe.
I need this. Honestly, I could not care less about this fight. To be quite honest,
bro.
You don't.
Like this,
yo,
bro,
both of these guys are such weird, like, personalities in the UFC.
You got to think about Dana White, though, because he knows, like, before we get the real fight started, we got to give them some crazy nonsense, and I think it's gonna be crazy nonsense. I think someone's gonna get knocked out in the first round. I don't think Tai wants to fight.
I know who's getting knocked out.
Who's getting knocked out?
Greg Hardy.
Fucking Greg Hardy, bro. GG's, get this guy out of here. I have no respect for this guy. I hate how the UFC keeps pushing this guy on us. I think at one point this guy was the co-main event. I swear to God, I seen it.
I was not gonna watch the card if it was like that.
If that's absolutely disgusting. Dana White, I love you, Dana. Dana, we love you here. but stop pushing this fucking guy, Greg Hardy. Bro, remember that time he got like forfeited because he took an inhaler? Do you remember that?
Yeah, but
What
I know.
the fuck was that? Get this guy off my screen. I'm not trying to watch
hold
this
up.
shit. I don't even give a
That's not
fuck. He's
his
getting
fault.
knocked out.
Oh, it is his fault, bro. Like,
Yeah,
What?
it is.
How the hell do you
not know?
It is. He should have known. Yeah. He
Bunch
shoulda
of
known.
morons. He's a moron. He's a loser. He's a piece of shit. If you look at his history of
And,
what
well,
he's
hold
done.
on. Oh, I
Fuck this guy.
know. I know.
I couldn't care less.
I know what's
No,
going
no,
on,
no.
Chico. I know what's going on.
No. I know what you're thinking because I know what the fuck you're fucking
Because
crazy.
he was a Cowboys
mind is
player.
It was a
Yeah,
Dallas
exactly.
Cowboy.
No.
He probably
I
sacked
could not
Eli
care less
Manning,
about that.
put him
No.
down, stepped over him, took a shit on him.
No, man. Bro, it's more so his personal life and domestic violence stuff going on. That's why I think he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit fucking fighter as well. He does a lot of fucking dumb shit, and I would love to see his ass getting knocked the fuck out. Fuck this dude.
Way off topic.
If you have a problem,
Shout
don't see
out,
me because you're way bigger
shout
than
out
me.
Tampa Bay, back-to-back Stanley Cups, very impressive. Shout out my boy Steven Stamkos,
They won?
back-to-back. Sorry, Ariel, and your
Wow.
little Montreal fucking Canadians. Keep waiting, boys.
Shout out Tampa.
But yeah, let me get to I mean, bro, someone's gonna get knocked out here. This is why Dana White put this fight. He wants the fans to get hype, and I mean, I hope Ty wins. That's my boy now. Come on now. And we'll see what happens. I could not care less, though, like you said.
Me neither.
Woman bantamweight fourth fight on the main card. Irina Aldana. Tell me you guys saw her last fight though. Live against
Honestly,
Kaylin Vieira. Irina Aldana, Mexican fighter.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, I will tell you about it. Knocked out.
Her last fight was against Holly Holm, no?
No, it was scheduled, but it never happened. I think it was supposed to be like last June, bro. Last July.
No, her last fight was Holly Holmes, October 3rd, 2020.
Oh, she did lose to Holly Holm. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
Honestly,
man.
I don't know who the hell this woman is, bro. Not gonna
But I will say what she did to Caitlin Vieira for a woman to put another woman down with a left hook, like picture perfect left hook. She is a phenomenal boxer. All these Mexicans
Girl power boss.
in the UFC got phenomenal hands. She's got Yana Kunciaka. I don't know. Like,
Wow, we don't have to go to the pre-prelims to get.
I know who she is. I think she's married to Thiago Santos. Actually.
Santos. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Irina gets the job done here. It could be like 3 hard rounds, but I think Irina is a more polished boxer. She will get the job done here.
Yeah.
Not that you guys really care, but
I don't really care much. But Yana, I think she's a former champion of Invicta, right?
yeah.
I remember her first fight in the UFC was against Cyborg, right? I might be wrong about that. She got absolutely destroyed. Obviously, Cyborg she's a great fighter. Yeah, I think Yana wins. I think she's got that. She's got it. I think she's just a better fighter. I'm not gonna lie.
You think Yana?
Yeah, I think Yana wins. I really don't. I don't know much about her, so I'm not gonna act like I'm really gonna because I really don't give a fuck about this fight.
Close fight for
But
sure.
I'll just
50-50.
go with Yana because I know her more than I know the other woman. So
Yorni, I'm not even gonna ask you as we move on to the.
What do you mean, bro? Hold up. Irene Aldana and Yana are 2 of my favorite fighters in the UFC, actually.
oh my days.
If you go on to this fucking guy fighting. He's fighting some.
Hold on.
Who is
Let's
this
get
guy?
to it.
This guy's fighting my cousin, bro.
Bro, he's fighting someone without a
John
photo
Moutinho.
on Google, man.
John
You
Moutinho.
look up because by the way, guys, when you go on Google, you type in UFC 264, they bring the whole card for you. Everyone here has a photo except
This
the
is first
fucking
fight.
guy,
This is-
Sean
'cause
O'Malley, is fighting.
He was never. This is his first fight
Yeah,
in the UFC.
this is
Embarrassing.
unbelievable.
But I mean, what the
Bro,
hell
we're
you
just
want
here
O'Malley
talking
to
shit
do?
about. By the way, we're talking shit about MMA fighters. Just saying.
You guys are.
All
I
these
don't care.
people.
Come see me.
True. Oh,
Come see
damn.
me. Sugar
Relax,
Sean.
bro.
First of all, like you stop it,
Relax.
bro. Oof.
You would be absolutely dead.
He's talking about like if I catch you in like Calvert, bro, you're lucky, bro. But hold up, let's get to the fight though. Sean O'Malley, 13-1, 14-0. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it, 14-0.
It is 14-0, man.
Sean O'Malley versus Chris Jao Moutinho. That's what I'm gonna call him now. Fuck it. Like, what do you want O'Malley to do? Dana White wants
bro,
to.
The first fight was against a fucking loser, bro.
I know. I think it was Luis Smolka, who's a flyweight and barely fights a bantamweight. Listen,
stuff.
I hope it's that nobody wants to fight O'Malley, especially that he's not ranked. So it's just a big fight for him. And listen, bro, there's not much that we can say here. Sean O'Malley has to win this fight. He's got to win. Like this is like the biggest must end. He has, and you will.
He will.
I don't know, bro.
He's gonna smash him. He's gonna beat him.
I've never seen this guy
Moutinho.
So we don't know.
I don't know who he is. Obviously, anything can happen, but we know his talent. We know what he can do. I think it's going to be a typical, the Sugar Show, typical stuff. He's going to knock him out. It's going to be entertaining. He's going to talk his shit. And then it sucks because I don't want to disrespect this guy. Obviously, I know how tough it is to be an MMA fighter, but I feel like we're thinking ahead as the fans. We want to know what the fuck happened next. Obviously, going into this fight, wants to fight a bunch of losers, keeps fighting a bunch of losers. So Sugar, Shane, come on, man, fight someone better because you're gonna make easy work of this guy. Let's get you into this. We want to see you in the big stage. We want to see you against good guys. Fuck, we doing here?
And let's get to the stacked prelims. The
prelims is fucking great. Wow,
ridiculous, bro. The featured prelim: Carlos Condit, the legend, versus Max Griffin. Probably his biggest fight. We'll see what happened here. I'm not gonna try to break it down. Anything can happen here. Max Griffin is coming off his best win so far, though. He knocked out this Asian fighter in dominant fashion with a jab, I believe. And
this is a very good prelim.
Ridiculous
very
prelim. Nico Price, aka my twin, as Tiku likes to say.
Yo, guys, it's funny. I was just gonna ask, why does this Nico Price guy look familiar? I swear to God.
Oh, he's a mad, bro. Oh my God, bro. And he's such a hilarious fighter. Like, if I had to picture someone, if Ahmed's an MMA fighter, you're Nico Price, bro.
I'll take it. He's not bad. He's not bad.
I don't know.
He is not bad. Times, but I don't know if I would ever get knocked out. But Nico Price versus and. Like you're talking about crazy guys. How about the other guy he's fighting, Michel Pereira? Pereira, the Brazilian.
So entertaining. I love that guy.
Wild man. He is a wild man. Like I've never seen before. Nico Price versus Michel Pereira. That's gonna be fun. Must watch. Someone's gonna get knocked out. Someone's gonna get knocked out. But for me, 100%. This is a fight that I mean this is a sensational fight right here.
You gotta love
it. This is what I'm talking about here. Ryan Hall finally gets someone to accept. Ryan Hall back 8-1. I believe he was ranked. He maybe is still ranked at featherweight.
I don't think
Ryan Hall versus Ilia Topuria, the Georgian / Spaniard. My Georgian boy has he's keeping in tabs, and I told him when this fight, got made official, this is a big time fight. Obviously, Giga's gonna fight Edson Barboza, so the Georgians are definitely making their way up. Good to see. But what a fight this is! What a fight this is! I mean, Ilia Topuria, from what we've seen, he's the real deal. I mean, he could strike, he could wrestle all around. He's tough, undefeated, 10-0. Ryan Hall is arguably the most feared man in the whole sport. Nobody, because if he just gets one, he just grabs you. It is over. It is over.
Yeah.
But we'll see, because obviously, this fight starts on the feet. But we'll see. I am going to be ready for this fight.
Static for that. Absolutely.
Last fight of the prelim, Trevin Giles versus Dricus de Palacis, the South African fighter, the only South African fighter from the UFC, got his huge win in his debut. He was celebrating like a madman. Trevin Giles, who is, I I feel like he always fights in like second gear. He's always just he's always there. Obviously has a lot of talent. We'll see what he does. This is a big fight for him. I believe that Trevin Giles has to win this fight. Early prelims. We got any names? We got Jennifer Maia. Wow, Jennifer Maia. That's crazy. I think she just fought for the belt like like her last fight actually against Shevchenko, and now she's again. This is a pretty like it's not the greatest fight in the world, but in terms of name value, it is pretty. Maya versus Jessica I. We'll see what happens. Two girls that fought for the belt. Omari Akhmedov versus Brad Tavares. Again, pretty big names, names that you should know. Middleweight. Omari Akhmedov did not look great against Chris Weidman. He looked like he got tired after the first round, but I believe he had another fight after that, and he also won. Brad Tavares, I don't know what to say about him. He's just there. Zilgis Zumalov, I believe this guy is from Kazakhstan, I believe, versus Jerome Rivera. This is, just a regular prelim fight. Two guys going at it. Young Zhang Zhu, I never even heard of him. Two guys I've never heard of, so we'll see what they do in the first fight of the night. Hopefully it's a knockout to get the party started. That's it. July 10th, T-Mobile Arena. If you're not there, make sure you are watching. Sold out. It's going to be a night you won't forget. So it's going to be a crazy night. I'm beyond excited. So we'll see what happens. You guys have any thoughts on the card?
I can't wait.
Any one fight they looking at? Because I know we're talking about Ryan Hall versus Porier. That's a great fight.
That's the one I was gonna say. Ryan Hall, somebody that doesn't fight much. Hasn't fought since when? Maybe like 2019.
I think his last fight was like BJ Penn.
He hasn't fought in a while. Obviously, we know about his jiu-jitsu. He's an absolute legend, absolute beast at that. Once he grabs you, it's GG's. And Porier, the guy that you're saying, I really don't know much about him. Obviously, you're hyping him up. You're gassing him up a little bit, so I'm going to take your word for him. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Ryan Hall wins, obviously. But we're going to see. I think also Nico Price and Pereira, that's going to be a huge fight. It's going to be an entertaining fight. It's not going to be the best, technical bout, but it's going to be entertaining. And so we're here. It's for the entertainment. Overall, I think it's a solid card.
Great card. It's going to be solid. For a Conor McGregor card, it is great. Like for just a Conor McGregor card, not, fucking Tyron Woodley and
absolutely.
Like I said, man, this might be the UFC testing something, dude, because unusual movements by them.
And just to stick with the UFC before we leave this fucking topic, I want to bring up something about Francis Ngannou versus the UFC. Obviously you guys heard there's going to be an interim fight for it's Cyril Gane versus Derek Lewis. Listen, Francis Ngannou fought in March. The fact that this fight is now going to be for half the gold at heavyweight, like disrespectful is not even the word. This is like backstabbing. This is and especially Francis Ngannou, who has a chance to become like a Mike Tyson figure for the UFC. Like he could be the biggest name at heavyweight, knocking people out. Like that could change the whole sport. And the fact that you disrespect him doesn't make sense. That's why we're gonna talk about it. I think that Francis Ngannou. I think at this point I know Francis Ngannou wants to fight John Jones for many reasons.
Oh, you think he wants to?
Oh,
definitely.
First of all, the money behind it. It's probably behind Conor and Khabib, the biggest fight ever. I think so.
True.
I think it's easily. So the money behind it, and if Francis Ngannou beats John Jones, and I won't even say knockout because that's just a different level. If he beats John Jones, he is a mega star. So and he knows that. And The last time he fought Derek Lewis, it was not pretty boring. It was the most boring fight probably in the history of the UFC, up there, top 5. So he knows what the fans want to see. And I think Dana White, obviously, he's saying they had a deal. Francis Ngannou's agent or one of those guys on his team came back, said, okay, we don't have a deal because they want John Jones. And I think it's going to be Gane versus Lewis. Obviously, that's going to happen. And I think it's going to be John Jones versus Francis Ngannou, maybe early 2021. Because, bro, his last fight is going to be in March.
2022.
Yeah, 2022. Sorry. His last fight is going to be in March, and his next fight can't be in January or February of 2022. That's why they had to, not vacate the belt, but obviously make it a fucking interim fight. That part makes sense. It's gonna be Lewis versus Jones, Ngannou versus Jones, Lewis versus Gane, and I think Stipe gets the winner after the winners of those 2 fights happen. So I think that's what's gonna happen, and because it doesn't make sense. You cannot disrespect Francis Ngannou like this. It does not make sense for me.
Yeah, it's.
You guys agree, or is it crazy?
No, I agree. I
Conspiracy.
definitely agree. No, I think that's actually it makes sense if you really look at that. Obviously, the politics and everything, especially with this whole situation about John Jones, by him wanting to be paid. I'm pretty sure Ngannou wants to be paid. They want to have the fight. Dana, listen, man, we know everything about what the fuck's going on with the pain of the fighters. Just pay him the money, bro. You have it. You can do it. It's John Jones, bro. This guy is one of the best, most popular fighters of all time. Give the people what they want. Pay the money. Let's fucking go. And Lewis and Gane, that's a great fucking fight there, too.
Yeah.
That's a great fight. Obviously, I would have liked to see Ngannou versus Lewis. But, obviously, I think both of them have gotten better since their first fight. They're going to have a different game plan. They're going to be just better overall. And, yeah, we'll see. I think at the end of the day, Dana's really going to know. He knows what's best for business. He's going to get it done. Everything's going to be fine. Obviously, it's a little bit of a hiccup now with all this shit like that you said. But we will see. I think it's going to be all fine. I think we're going to see the fights. We're going to see John Jones and Ngannou and Stipe. Stipe's just there now. He's waiting there. Like, he's just waiting. And he deserves that respect. Deserves another big title match. I really do. Yeah. Obviously, I remember saying he should retire. But,
that trilogy.
Stipe's a crazy man, so we will see. Dana, do the right thing.
Sort of to move on from the UFC, this is our anniversary episode. One thing we all have in common is we are Yankees fans. Yeah. But I guess I have a feeling that we aren't really too happy with their season and how it's been going. I mean, you guys want to comment about that a little? This has just been straight disappointment, man.
There's not much to say. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Listen, I think they have to change it around right now because they will not make the playoffs at this rate. And, beating Seattle does not change a lot for me. Like, you should be destroying Seattle. But it's just too many. It's just so many things, bro. It's so many things. It's okay. Gary Sanchez plays good, plays bad, but he can never win because when he's playing good, the whole team sucks. So that's one thing about Gary Sanchez. DJ LeMahieu, who for the past 2 years, I don't know the year before last year, I thought he should have been the MVP of the AL.
MVP.
He carried the Yankees on his back, and he was probably the best hitter in the whole sport. That 1 year, I'm just saying. And he's been so disappointing. Like, just leave, like,
especially getting paid.
But it's just like what he was so good at is getting those runners home, and it's like, bro, it's like not even the same player. Like he's just so many runners left on base, and that's just not even DJ. That's everybody. The only guy that I can say has been okay and has been consistent It's probably Gio fucking Urshela, and probably Stanton, because he's been like a bomb. Like he's throwing bombs. Aaron Judge, I mean, he's putting up great numbers. He's got to stay healthy, and he's also 30 years old. That's also one thing I want to bring up. Are you, as a Yankee fan, ready to pay Aaron Judge, a 30-year-old with a lot of injuries? Like, and obviously Aaron Judge, he's gonna get paid like a huge contract. Are Yankee fans ready for that? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. So it's so many things going on. Is it Aaron Boone and all this nonsense? Is it Brian Cashman not making enough moves? Like just watching guys. Like I see fucking Yankee fans all over Twitter clamoring for Gallo. Like you put Gallo, Stanton, and Judge in a lineup, that's trouble. That's the real Yankees. The pitching. Oh, where do I even start? I was about to say fucking DeGrom. I wish DeGrom, the best pitcher in baseball. I've been saying even when we got Cole. That's because you have to recognize greatness. And Cole started off great. And I'm not even gonna lie. Ever since that whole thing with the cheating came out, that whole like sticky fucking substance thing, sticky tag, he has not looked great. Especially I think the Red Sox. I believe that first inning when he gave up 5 runs or something like that. Like this is not Garrett Cole, bro. This is not the Garrett Cole I know. Starting pitching has to be better, but we don't really have a lot of aces. We're still waiting for Severino to come back. Montgomery's solid. Lost Tanaka. It's just trouble, bro. Trouble. A lot of nonsense going on with the Yankees, and it comes back to Cashman for not making the right moves. Or Chapman. I mean, where do I even start with Chapman, bro? This dude was having the greatest start to a season I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he was unhittable. Yep. He like ever since he picked up this new slider for a guy who throws so fast like that, to have a nasty slider, it should be like unfair. I mean, bro, like I don't know if you guys know, for the last couple games, 4 to 7 games, his ERA is 22. 22. That's not even like, I can't even do that on like fucking MLB The Show if I was the worst player and ever.
Yeah.
It's just, bro, it's so much like nonsense, and we were so close. Obviously, those bum ass Astros cheating and taking away a World Series appearance from us. And I know a lot of fans are gonna say we should have kept Girardi. I thought Aaron Boone was the guy, but this season he's making like he's just there, and I don't know what he's doing, bro. I don't know what he's doing. So Yankees, bro, step it up. You guys in the next 10, 15 games, gotta go 10-5 or something, bro. Cannot keep losing. And I blame the Knicks. Knicks are good. The Yankees suck. I don't understand. I can never be fully happy, bro. Never.
You can't, man.
Man.
Yo, that's the downfall of being a New York sports fan, man. You could never have multiple teams to cheer on at once.
There was like one year, like 2014. Rangers were in the Stanley Cup final, I believe. Yankees were okay.
Wasn't it like 1998, 99 when Knicks were good, like fucking Rangers and all them, like one year season, and they all choked.
Prime New York.
Yeah.
Prime New York.
But yeah, bro, it's just pain. It's pain.
Listen, Ahmed, I think you summed it up really well. A lot of problems. Just, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I think I've never liked Aaron Boone. I mean, obviously, when he first came in, I'm like, this is exciting. But after, I remember when we lost to the Red Sox, I'm like, this questions need to be asked since then.
I think it's more the players. And
that's what I was.
Aaron Boone has not been great, but I think it's more the players. That's all I'm saying.
I think this core, how they say, I think it's run its course, man. I think after last season, when we got Cole, that was the year when we're supposed to fucking win it. We failed miserably, and I think this team just run its course. I think we're never gonna recover. I don't think we're gonna make it to a World Series. I think we're just gonna. Stuff needs to happen with the fucking New York Yankees. Cashman, do something. but I just have no faith in them. I have this one of my friends. He keeps telling me Yankees. Oh yeah, Yankees are gonna get it going. Don't worry. I'm like, bro, this team sucks. And what symbolizes and embodies this whole team is looking at Ohtani and how he's doing and knowing that he should have been a Yankee. He's playing well. We're playing like that. That just sums up the Yankees season, how the Yankees are right now. So,
and I almost let this player run away without getting nothing. Gleyber Torres has been the worst Yankee player probably this year. With all due respect.
Sad to see.
Terrible Gleyber Torres. I've never seen it coming, bro. So young, so talented. I just don't get it. Too many errors, too many nonsense. What the hell is going on, bro?
Yeah, I don't. This season just does not make sense to me. I've lost like literally the passion to watch the Yankees.
No, they become unwatchable in the last couple of games. In the last like 2 months.
I like I said, loses my passion to watch these guys. But it sucks. This is the Yankees. Such a good team when we were there. When we're at our best. Should have won a World Series, obviously because of the fucking Astros. And I'll never, ever let that go.
You hear that, Eric?
Care less. You hear that, Eric? So, whatever. What are you going to do? Happens. Just get it going with the Yankees. What the fuck's going on?
Oh.
Yeah.
And you kind of brought it up, though, but Ohtani, though, bro.
Unbelievable. What a fucking...
Bro, like, what?
As a hitter...
I've never seen this in my life. I'm not the biggest baseball fan in the world, but I've never seen this in my life. A pitcher, and he's not the greatest pitcher in the world. He's a solid pitcher. He's a solid pitcher.
I mean, he had Tommy John. No?
Yeah. And he was pretty good. Like when he was healthy, he was an elite pitcher. But like the combination.
Oh my god,
he's number one in homers, I believe. Well, I think the guy, what's his name, Schwartzer. I mean, he was like somebody test this dude, bro. I don't know what's going on with this dude. But yeah, but Ohtani, bro, and I don't even know what the Angels' record is, but it's probably like 5 games below 500. I mean, the Angels just can't, like, you have Mike Trout and Ohtani on your team. Just, bro, bring them to the Yankees, bro. Bring them to the Yankees. We'll take care of them. They become global superstars.
It's crazy when you think about it. I think just today, he broke the record for the most homers by a Japanese-born player, beating Matsui's record, and it just sucks to say, crazy. Man, he should have been a fucking Yankee. And
Ohtani does lead in home runs.
Yeah, so he's just, what is it, like 32? I believe he's
32 at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's just unbelievable. Should have been a Yankee, and I will be watching him in the home run derby. I'm pretty sure he's there. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in that. No, should be. Great player. Him and Trout, fire. I fuck with it, but the Angels are just gonna ruin that. Gonna waste them.
And I apologize. They are 2 games over 500, but they're 4th in their own division.
Yeah,
so behind the Mariners.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, come on now.
That's it.
Yeah, that about does it. 1 year of Shirts versus Skins, guys. Couldn't have done it without all of the support, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Sharing all that stuff.
It's only up from here. It's only up.
Only up from here. There's so much more to come. Thank you all for your consistent support. May it continue. May it garner other interests as well. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode. And that's it for this one. See you guys next time. Peace out.